JKap, Merk. JKap, Merk. Is there a connection there? There could be, or maybe not. I'm not really sure. You know, after doing the D3 recap video, and again, I just went out to mow my front lawn, make it look real nice, before my wife started yelling at me. It is Sunday after all. I gotta get the trash out. But you know, my head's kind of spinning right now because there's been so many roster changes. It's like, you know, it's hard to keep track of all these changes and like who's on what team and you know what is going on, and it's just been crazy. The last couple of months it's just been crazy. I'm not sure if it's because of all the pressure of winning and the fact that a competitive Call of Duty is getting bigger and bigger. You know, I believe we're in the cusp. Call of Duty is a competitive esport taking off in the next year when Ghost comes out, when the next generation systems come out. I think it's gonna take off, and I think that's why there's more pressure than ever before for these teams to, you know, field a solid team. Now, you know, going to Envyus, you know, and their roster move, you know, I think this is a direct consequence of Merk either being dismissed from Optic Gaming, or, you know, my personal opinion is that he wanted to leave Optic Gaming, or, you know, if Optic didn't change some of their competitive philosophies, I think, you know, he wouldn't have minded getting dismissed or leaving Optic Gaming. And the fact that he is available, I think Envyus, you know, that's the reason why they made that roster move, letting go of JKap as the anchor. And you know, I think you're gonna hear maybe tomorrow or the next day that, you know, Merk is gonna be signing with Envyus, and I don't think anyone should be surprised when, you know, that gets tweeted out. Now, you know, what does that mean for JKap? You know, my feelings are that JKap will not be picked up by Optic Gaming. I think Optic Gaming, you know, they're gonna probably pick up somebody else. And the reason I say that is, even though JKap was previously with Optic Gaming, currently the way Optic Gaming is going, I don't feel like, you know, they think that JKap fits their image, because there's a certain image that Optic Gaming is trying to project, and I don't believe JKap fits that mold. So I'd be very, very surprised if, you know, Optic Gaming picks up JKap. And, you know, if I was betting, I'd say JKap is going somewhere else. Now, you know, what that team may be, you know, I'm not really sure. I haven't really sat down and thought about it. And, you know, as far as, you know, what's going to happen tomorrow at PAX Prime, you know, I think as far as roster moves for the top 4 teams, I don't really see much of anything going on. I think for the most part, everyone, you know, as far as the top 4, they play pretty well. The teams obviously that are very disappointed is, I think it's going to be Impact, and you know, they might actually consider picking up JKap. You know, I'm not sure. They had such a horrible showing at PAX Prime. You know, they might really consider that. You know, I wouldn't be very surprised. And then the gameplay you're watching here, this is sort of an old gameplay. You know, you can see me using the target finder. This is a QBB light machine gun. It's I believe it's the fastest firing light machine gun in the game, and it does quite a bit of damage. And you know, I'm not using target finder as much nowadays, although sometimes, you know, when my eyesight is sort of, you know, I don't know, you know, as you get older, you guys will know, your eyesight sort of get, you know, when it gets tired, you can't see as well, and you know, a lot of times it's hard to spot players against certain backgrounds. So, you know, from time to time I'll use a target finder, and I think, you know, Treyarch might have put that in there for the older players playing Call of Duty. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Treyarch. Way to go, Treyarch. I know a lot of people hate the target finder, you know, but personally I do like it. You know, don't hate me for it, but you know, I do. So, you know, my predictions for PAX Prime, I think complexity is going to take it all. It just seems like, you know, as tournaments go deeper and deeper, they get better and better. And you know, when the pressure is on, it seems like that's when they play at their best. And you know, a lot, you know, it goes back to like all kinds of sports. When you know, early on in like playoff games, whether baseball, football, whatever, you know, a lot of players can perform, but when the pressure is really on, it's down to that last pitch, it's down to that last drive, down to that last, you know, 20 seconds. You know, certain players rise to the situation and others don't, and Complexity has a bunch of them that can rise to that occasion. So I may be wrong, but you know, like I said, if I was betting, I'd go with Complexity. Anyways, I think I get the final kill here. Of course, target finder. Goodness. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Achieved. Good work.